This is Minecraft Beta. No sprinting, no hunger bar, and no second chances. I get 1 day on the surface, 1 day underground, and after that, I have to climb into the sky and survive there forever. If I die once, it's over. The world is gone. I'm Cisco, let's get started. Day 1, the overworld. Alright, the clock starts now. First things first, wood. Everything starts and ends with wood. You'll see what I mean later on. This is Minecraft Beta, so there's no sprinting and everything feels very slow. While I typically love a relaxing Minecraft video, I have to say this made me really nervous for some reason. I needed to get tools, I needed food, and I need it fast, which is the opposite of this version of the game. I don't know how people did this challenge to begin with. Anyway, gotta get more stuff as much as possible. Burning daylight here, so enjoy. The thing that sucks is that I'm not gonna have enough coal for torches. But what I want to do is I want to gather as much trees as possible as well. So we got to get going. We also got to get seeds. Look at that. We got one at least. I want to get at least like 8 seeds. I got cactus. I want to get maybe some iron gear, not a lot. It's gonna be very, very, very rare after I get up there. A little scared. It's just a little challenge of my own doing, and then I'm actually gonna build the skyblock island myself. That's also gonna ruin some resources. But since I'm also doing like a permadeath situation, I don't know if my permadeath situation should begin right now or if it should begin after the first 2 days. I don't know, because typically with the 404 challenge, it's like if you die, then you die. Get some more seeds. How much do we got? We got 5. I want to get at least like 12. I also need to make sure that I'm smart about my buckets. I need to get some buckets with some lava, and I need to get a bucket with water. So those are my 2 primary concerns. Oh, the crafting table. Somebody told me that a crafting table can break a lot faster if you use a sword. So maybe I'll start using that as well. Pretty sure I gathered almost everything I want. It does break down into a different sapling. Okay, that's what I wanted. I'm gonna go get another one. Yes, right here. It is scary now that you think about it more and more and more. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be nighttime relatively soon, so I gotta go back to the entrance where I kind of spawned in. And I think the grass or the gravel section is close to spawn, right over there. I probably got it wrong. Oh, it's gonna be night. Come on, break. I think I did all right. Look at my inventory. That's all the resources we have for the day. The sun began to set, and I was pretty freaked out. Oh no. Okay, now we have to go down to the ground. I suppose it wouldn't be breaking the rules entirely if I managed to just stick around and continue grabbing everything. However, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna just gather every single night or all night. In typical fashion, I was abiding by the rules, and I had to get down by following a gravel patch. This, I wasn't too sure if it was the right gravel patch or not, but I read that's what people did. So I found the very first one next to my spawn, dug right into it, and entered. Oh yeah, this is definitely it, isn't it? Oh god, it's really dark in here. Day 2. The cave system. One of my biggest concerns was food. If I didn't get enough now, then there was no fixing it later. So I'm glad I had all my seeds by the time I entered the cave, but a big part of me was wondering if I should have tried to get a bit more chickens. I might be in the wrong section, guys. Just FYI, this could be completely wrong. And I'm pretty sure people will not hesitate to tell me that I did it completely wrong in the comments. You went through the wrong gravel path. Yeah, they're gonna yell at me. I don't care, but I'm gonna gather all this stuff, and I do need to find at least enough iron to make something decent. But since I was in the caves, I couldn't really focus on that too much. My main concern at this point was mobs. You know, even a skeleton could kill you. Biggest enemy I got right now would be, of course, the skeleton, because the skeleton is a sniper in beta, and I mean they have like assault rifle level accuracy, and they are deathly with those things, with their freaking weapon of choice. So gotta be smart about this. And what I mean by that is they have a very fast shooting rate with their bow. I mean, check out the nervous reaction I had just from a tiny little interaction that I almost had. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I saw it. Look it. Let me show you guys. There's an arrow right there. So the skeleton's down there. I'm not gonna mess with him. Oh, and there's some lava down there. I can also put this inside. We'll take about half of that as well. That is cooking up, which is fantastic. I do want to take a decent amount. I just remembered I also love getting leaves, and the leaves are going to be a hot commodity as well. Everything is like a rarity when you think about it. One bucket is going to be for water, which is over there. One bucket is going to be for lava, which is down here. I don't want to go down there, to be honest with you guys. Oh, mushroom. I didn't think I'd be able to get mushrooms. No freaking way. That's going to be cool. I could actually make a mushroom farm up there? Are you serious? Obviously, I probably won't be able to get any brown mushrooms, but mushroom farm nonetheless. Okay. This could have ended poorly. Finding a spawner room in this world is like hitting the jackpot. And if I was smarter, I would have collected all the string from these spiders so I could make a bed later on. But unfortunately, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. My mind was still set on collecting iron and pretty much all of the precious metals rather than getting anything else. And I just kept thinking, if I die, that's it. No reset, no retry. So I lit up everything, gathered a few rare items that serve zero purpose to me because they're a rarity, and then I left. Stupid, I know. But actually, I have no excuse for that. How much time do I got? Oh my god, I got 8 minutes. I got 8 minutes to do this? Okay, I'm gonna grab all this coal and then I gotta go. So slowly the minutes started dwindling, and eventually I had to find my way back. No coordinates, no map, just memory. As you can see, I was probably already a little bit turned around. Okay, so we got this. However, with a little bit of luck, I found myself back at spawn. Perfect! This is where we went underground. I did make an exception for one thing and one thing only, and we are gonna get rid of all the dirt right about here. Oh, I am gonna pick up some of it, aren't I? Oh, I didn't! Okay, so that was the only exception that I couldn't use any of that. And since right here is where I started, right here is where I'm gonna have to dig up. I think my spawn was like right here. Day 3, the ascent. We're doing 32 up. May not look like skyblock because it's really not. But look how low these clouds are. Like, I don't think I could build above the clouds, so I can't do too crazy, guys. I really can't. But it has to be high enough to where you will die if you fall automatically. And since I do not have, and let me prove it, do not have any stupid armor on me, so I guess we're gonna start building our little island, and let's hope we don't die doing it. This world, everything in it, I'll never touch it again. Goodbye, old beautiful world, I thought to myself, and hello, fresh one, just about 30 blocks above. Strange that I'll never go back down there. Well, unless it's the end. That stupid sheep is just mocking me at this point. I don't have enough to make me a freaking thing, and so the sheep is just staring at me. I hate it. If we're lucky, nothing spawns up here tonight. But we're usually not. This looks like there's gonna be stuff spawning up here tonight. This became my home. No caves, no ores, no safety net, just the sky and myself. And of course, whatever I managed to bring with me. Now the real question is, did I bring enough? Can I actually survive like this in Minecraft beta? Or did I just trap myself in the sky with no way out but down? This is where it really begins. So why don't we start with the stone generator. So this goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, I should probably push it down one more. Oh, that's not what we want. I'm scared that I'm gonna mess this up. Stops right there. Are you kidding me? Why does it stop that far? Look, I'm nervous, so I'm making this a pretty much a contraption that cannot be ruined. It cannot be messed up. I can't mess this up. At least that's what I'm telling myself. This is stupid, but I'm gonna have to use this. Look, it's dumb to use this stuff, but now we have a lava bucket. Does this work? Oh, it's working! Oh. It's not working. Hold on. As you can see, I felt a little dumb. This was a elongated version of things that served my memory incorrectly. And by that I mean, I remember people being far more efficient with this stone generator. So I decided to make my own. And it was a disaster. You'll see. I know there's an easier way to do this. That's all the spots we need open. So if this messes up, I'm gonna be so angry. Hold on. I think you need like this. That's it? That didn't work, guys. Why did it mess up? See, after I did this, I was filled with dread. I was so angry at myself. I kept thinking, do I restart? Do I just jump down and call this a failure? No, I couldn't do that to myself. So I had to finally come to terms with the idea and say, we're moving on. So rather than have any stone, I just accepted the fact. So I made myself a lovely little farm, and I decided to make myself even more what I like to call quadrants of wooden slabs. Now, these wooden slabs are only stretching out to be somewhat of an entrance to my lovely starter home. That was my main idea of this video, is to make a starter home, equipped with, of course, a lovely resource room, a chest room, a empty room where you guys may be able to help me fill in the blank, and of course, what kind of starter home would it be if it didn't have a furnace, a crafting table, and, need I forget, the most important, a bed. One little AFK session later, and one thing grew, which is, I guess, better than nothing. A little frustrating. So finally, I thought to myself, we're doing okay. You know, the weirdest part about this is that it would rain on occasion, and sometimes it was quite ominous. Take a look. So we almost have a full stack of wood, which is insanely good, man. Like, tonight has been the most fruitful when it comes to collecting resources, while just the same resource, but still resources nonetheless. Plural, guys. So I'm excited I get to actually build the... That was not supposed to sound ominous, as it did. As ominous as it did. That made it sound so dramatic. I'm glad. Stop it! Weather, stop it! I'm trying to speak to people. I'm glad I get to build. I'm glad that I have all the wood. We are 10 short from 64. Lightning strike, please. Oh, screw you! Look, it interrupts me when I'm saying something positive when I actually want emphasis. It doesn't even bother. Like, what? Okay, don't worry about it. Keep on going. So I actually get to build the first layer if I collect about a stack, maybe stack and a half, of all the stuff that I want. Now, I'm not letting any of these things just fall down and disappear, but you can see one floating on my left there. Excited? Yes. Worried? Absolutely. Because if I die before any of this... I said die and it lightning striked. Well, you know the rules. If I die, then I die. It's gone forever. Stop that! Stupid lightning is terrifying. Whatever. You guys get it. Oh, by the way, it is raining in one little section still. It's weird. Yeah, the rain was really odd. It seemed to only rain in that one spot. There were times where it got a little frustrating. Lightning may sound a little more ominous, but we are looking up now because we are finally back to full health. First time since we first caused a half heart of damage to ourselves inside the lovely cave on day number 2. Or shall we say night number 1, because we actually spent our first night down there now that I think about it. But look at that. We actually have some mobs down here, which unfortunately we'll never be able to grab a bow or anything of the sort. We could probably make a bow, but it wouldn't really make a difference now, would it? Little sad. Every time I say something negative, I swear, the freaking lightning. The lightning! Drop one sapling. That's all we need is one stupid little sapling. I would like to have more than 10 saplings of birch, but it doesn't look like it. Just made me realize that I don't have a bed up here, and this whole thing is made out of wood. If it lights my house on fire, this whole area is gone. Seriously, is Notch watching me right now? What the hell? Every time I say something negative, it's stupid lightning, and it sounds like it's getting worse out here. It's so odd hearing like the lightning strikes when you're not next to the water. See? I was gonna say, I'd rather it break on a birch because the birch is a little more, little rare, you know? Ooh! That wasn't ominous. Ominous. Whatever. Sounds like a Elden Ring boss. Ominous. I don't know why I said it like that. That sounded like a cheap, Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat game. Ominous. I don't know, whatever, I gotta work on it. I ended up using the 3 quadrants that I had to create a lovely little base. It broke down in 3 sections: oak, birch, oak. Because that's all I pretty much had. And variation wasn't going to be abundant since that's all I had. Thus, wooden house. That is the ugliest thing that I've ever built. I'm keeping it. So as I began to build and build and build, I had a few ideas, such as, what if I build just a little bit off to the side and then leave it completely dark at night? Allow for the mobs to spawn in, and then when sun rises, they will burn and drop all their resources. Eventually, I thought that could lead to a bed if enough spiders spawn. Oh god, I'm wearing the wrong skin. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Wearing the wrong skin, doing the same challenge. It's the same challenge, it's just the wrong skin. Let me change out of that really quickly. That's better. Now, even though you can't really see it, when you walk like this, you can definitely tell the difference. I also did notice something that I don't think any of you would ever really notice in a video, but now it's driving me nuts. Apparently, my right glove and my left glove both have a single pixel that you can't even see in the video, off. So unless I did like a collaboration and somebody paid full attention to my gloves, you wouldn't notice this. But now it's like there's a stupid little itch in my brain that I need to scratch right away and fix it as soon as possible. But there's also that other bit in my head that's telling me, no, you cannot scratch that itch until this video is done, because this itch will scratch and scratch and scratch, because then you'll forever know that that stupid little pixel in the right side of your glove and left side are going to be fixed at the very last end of this video. That's not obsessive, is it? No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. No, yeah, it is. No, it's not. Anyway, it's raining. Can't believe I'm actually just punching the trees at this point, you know? It got to a point where I got tired of making my stupid stuff. Why does the dead bush look like an ant from a certain angle? Though admittedly, there were some scary moments where I almost lost the challenge. Oh my god, could you imagine if that killed me? That would have sucked, dude. I just realized I said I wanted this to feel like a starter home, and it's not really feeling like a starter home. It feels like a pretty big build, if you ask me. We got one more sapling growing in there, but for the most part, we're practically done. I think I'm just gonna keep these windows open, maybe? Yay! Okay, now I'm jumping like crazy because I'm super excited. I'm almost done. Eventually, I began the rooftop, and then I started with the interior. There, now it looks like something's happening. Nothing's happening, but it looks like something might be happening. And because I'm stupid, I'm gonna place that in there and that in there. Because why not? Trigger some people. Oh my god! Oh, come on! So we're still not having anything spawn up here. Why are they not spawning? Do they not spawn on the dirt? That could be a problem if they don't spawn on the dirt. Oh no. Dude, I still need more. It looks okay. It looks passable. At least passable, right? I mean, that's all it has to look. It's the ugliest thing I've ever built. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost like just walked right off the edge because I completely forgot that this is a challenge. Oh, I lose so much dirt. Had to, you know, do something extremely desperate, and now I find myself doing something crazy where all this stuff that I didn't want them to spawn on, I now don't care and I want them to spawn on it. So I'm gonna be making it all full wooden blocks, which means that I didn't have to waste all that time in the very beginning. It looks like there will be enough for them to spawn in the dark if I get rid of these torches as well. I did a lot, and in the end, I only got 3 mobs, a zombie, a creeper, and a skeleton. And those were several days apart each. Inevitably, my failure was this: no bed. So, I did this. No. I forgot, what am I doing? It was, it's It doesn't have a log next to it. Oh my god. Could you imagine if that thing, if that just, ooh. Stupid. Last trade that I'm breaking down because evidently that day was like a unicorn. I thought it didn't exist because it doesn't. You know, I am nothing if not adaptable. And because of this adaptability, I have to say I have a plan. I may not have a bed, but I do have this. So this is my bed. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate everyone who checked it out, everyone who watched me struggle, and everyone who, quite frankly, powered through some of the boring bits, because this was a little dull sometimes, even on my end. I know that's something you probably shouldn't say, especially when you're just trying to entertain you guys. I get it. But do I recommend you guys trying this? Absolutely yes. But don't do what I did. I ruined it. I ruined the challenge because I couldn't freaking do... I ruined the lava. This would have been such an easy challenge if I didn't ruin the lava. I could have had it so different by now. It would have been like 3 times as large. But nevertheless, we have a farm. We have a little cactus farm. We have a pretty much full inventory. That's like starter stuff. Still full stack of coal. And we also have what most people would consider to be a pretty decent-sized home. This was the 404 challenge with a twist. Skyblock Hardcore Edition. I'm Cisco. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.